live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, on to the real.
Yeah.
And much like our on to the reels when we have guests, our on to the real is none other than Mr. Malcolm Lemmons.
Yes.
All right, so tell us a little bit about not just a little bit, but tell us about what you've been doing after basketball. You told us about your book. You published it right after your career. But tell us some of the things that you've been doing ever since, you've been done with the game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been a whirlwind of of the last 3 years of trying to really figure out what my lane is going to be and the impact that I'm trying to make on the next generation of athletes. And so once I published that second book, as I said, it opened up a lot of doors as far as media and other opportunities. So I wrote for the Huffington Post for a little while. Was doing a lot of speaking, and I also started a branding agency where I was working with athletes, digital marketing, website design. Quickly figured out that one-on-one work wasn't the thing that I wanted to do long term, so kind of pivoted out of that. And as of recently, I published my second book called Impact Beyond the Game in 2020, and that's focused on teaching athletes how to build, leverage, and monetize their personal brands. I think with as I mentioned earlier, NIL coming and opportunities that student athletes will have, and even that opportunities that professional athletes have nowadays to monetize their brand and to really create, a platform that gives them other options outside of sports. I think it's just an amazing opportunity for them. So the book is really just a blueprint showing them how to do so. But I've also kind of pivoted into the mental health vertical. I think with everything we've gone through as a country with COVID and social injustice and just the amount of adversity that I think a lot of people are dealing with, I started to see heightened levels of depression and anxiety within athletes. And mental health was something that I struggled with throughout my life, and saw how certain things that I went through growing up manifested itself in negative ways as I became an adult. And I didn't really know how to deal with certain emotions or feelings that I was having. And so, I wanted to start Athletes Unheard, which is the name of the media platform that I'm building, to really scratch my own itch, but also to be a safe space for athletes to talk about mental health and to really learn and be educated about what it means and to remove the stigma around it in the athletic community. So, that's really what I'm focused on building now. And I think it's a major void that needs to be filled in the athlete space. And we're really just trying to normalize these conversations and give, athletes an outlet to learn and grow and to heal together.
Awesome. Love it. That's our lane too.
I'm about to say that mental health piece, like that's
we are huge proponents of sport, of athletes accepting and being, like you said, normalizing mental health and mental fitness, and understanding that, if you need help, go seek it. The first thing for me is recognizing and acknowledging it so that you can say, I need to go and I need to get help. Brandon Marshall is one of when I think of mental health, with athletes, he's one of the
first people to come to mind.
First things that comes to my mind, because he always talks about how it was the recognition of it and being able to acknowledge something wasn't right that sent him on his journey to go to get those 3 months of treatment. And then, he's just been on this path ever since. So I just love this part of what you're talking about, because it jives with where we are. For us, that's such a huge thing. We had Stephanie Johnson, who is a clinical psychologist, on the show a couple of weeks ago, talking about the same thing, because it's so important to us. And so we support you, whatever we can do to support you in this lane. For sure, we are there. Happy for you to share on here about what you do. Kudos to you for finding your way despite not having that preparation. So, it's a huge thing. And so I love that you've found this place and this space. And it is, you're right, such an area that doesn't get nearly the attention that it needs. And so thank you for using your platform to provide a safe space for athletes to have those conversations.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate the kind words. And I think we're starting to move towards a landscape that is encouraging those conversations for all athletes. And so I'm just trying to do my part and furthermore, just be a catalyst for this movement. I think mental health and like you said, mental fitness will become increasingly important as we navigate this new normal. So it's about creating, resources and programming and platforms that really teaches athletes how to take this part of their life as serious as they do the physical aspect.
That's right. I just posted today, since I won't share it, it's my show pick, I can just say this. There's a show called All American that comes on CW about it's a true story, but they fictionalized some of it, but it's about a football player who went to Beverly Hills, grew up in Crenshaw, went to Beverly Hills and played, but then came back home to kind of help his community. But they dealt with in this last episode that came on Monday about mental health, because he's having physical issues that are tied to his mental health. And so I thought it's a dope show because they deal with a lot of real issues and things that are important to that generation and that segment of the population. And so I felt like them having him go see a therapist was huge.
Yeah.
As a high school student, he's, going to see a therapist. It's not taboo. It's not, I'm not crazy, that kind of, so I thought that was really cool. So I love it. Like you said, it's becoming more, we're getting there slowly but surely and normalizing it. So I'm really excited. And I, even for myself as a life coach, I'm always looking for ways that I can help in that space as well. So I love it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So kudos. We normally would, if you wouldn't be on here, we'd just be like, so kudos to you, Malcolm. So we can give you your flowers.
We can give you your flowers right now.
Thank you.
This work is super important, and it's so dope that, you're taking up the mantle. So we celebrate you, man. And
absolutely,
like Stephanie said, anything that we could do to, help, or, we're certainly down.
For sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Really do.
Yeah, we already talked. It's some work to be done together anyway. So gotta
bridge the gap, man. Gotta bridge this gap. It's a lot of athletes out here hurting, but they don't know where to go to turn for help or who they can talk to. So it's it's about showing that people do care and people are there to help them and to give them support. So
absolutely,
love it
for sure. Love it. All right.
Feel good final thought.
All right. Listen, I can't stop smiling. So Malcolm, that's our barometer for our feel good final thought. Either we're smiling or there's eyeball sweat. So this week it's a smile on my face for sure. Yeah.
So we just saw this team play in the Super Bowl, and what we've heard around this whole conversation about diversity, specifically in the NFL when it comes to management and coaching staffs, is that you don't see a lot of it. So to have a team like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have such a diverse coaching staff, it is huge.
Amazing. And to win the Super Bowl, not just you won the Super Bowl with a diverse,
And so they have, obviously Bruce Arians, who's the head coach, is white. They have. You just say?
Sort of. He's sort of white.
White-ish.
He's sort of white. He might bring potato salad to the cookout.
But so they have a black offensive coordinator, have a black defensive coordinator, and they have a black special teams coach. Now, to just stop right there would be truly amazing in and of itself.
Yeah.
And so before we highlight the other two parts of their coaching staff, we want to give, love to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Bruce Arians, because I'm pretty sure that he intentionally did this to his staff, right? He intentionally wanted his staff to reflect what his locker room looks like.
Make total sense to me.
Yeah, so shout out to the Buccaneers, shout out to the entire organization, and shout out to Bruce Arians and those men who hold, such prominent positions on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
But
that's not it.
To go deeper into this, who's really right, the Buccaneers have had their first female head coach to win a Super Bowl.
Well,
and they don't have
coach,
just one.
Head.
I mean, I just say head coach?
You said head.
I'm sorry, the first female coach. And they have two on the staff, two female coaches on the staff, which is, I believe, the most
history making.
Yeah. The most of any coaching staff, because we talked about Jennifer King a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so just all around, with what we've seen as far as diversity with the rest of the NFL, the Tampa Bay Bucs are actually, doing it and showing that you can be successful with doing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so not to diminish the greatness of Tom Brady, but this is the coaching staff that he had around him. And I know why you're making that face, Stephanie. I already know. Because we talked about how Tom Brady gets a lot of, praise, acclaim, accolades for winning. But this was a very good coaching staff that he had around him.
Absolutely.
And
listen, Todd Bowles shut down the doggone Kansas City Chiefs. Let's be clear.
I mean, that's what did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in fairness, that's what did it.
That's what did it. Absolutely.
That doesn't take away from Tom Brady and his GOAT status and all that. But
that makes me wait.
That defense doesn't play the way that it did. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers may not win that Super Bowl.
Oh no, they wouldn't. Even with 31 points, they wouldn't have won.
Yeah.
not if you let that offense loose.
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
No. The man ran 500 yards, and that was just getting away from the Bucs.
That is crazy. I saw that stat, and I was like, no way. But did you see, I'm sorry, not to get off topic, but did you see even his passes where he was off balance and he was falling to the ground were still accurate? And I'm like,
listen, circus
this guy's
pass.
a problem.
Yeah, it was remarkable.
He is a problem. Listen.
Yeah.
And so you held him and Tyreek Hill. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Todd Bowles won this Super Bowl. That's what I said.
I agree, but every time I say something against Tom Brady, I get that.
Oh, whatever.
I'm a Tom Brady hater, which I probably am.
Well, I am, so it doesn't matter.
No, but
Peyton will always be my goat.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say, that's how I go. Yeah. But to go back, Tampa Bay, thank you to the whole entire organization of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for showing us what a diverse coaching staff can look like and that it can be successful. So
that's right.
Kudos to you all.
Kudos, yes.
Everybody who was involved in the decision-making process.
Yes.
Shout out to you all.
Yeah, no, that was dope. Yeah, love it. Smile. Yeah.
All right, show picks. What you watching?
Okay, so this show, I started watching it right before I left Atlanta. And I binge watched 11 seasons of this show in a month. And
you was binging.
I was listen, because I stopped working like that month before to get myself ready and packed up to leave. So I was just in the house packing, and so I was like, so I love horses.
Mm-hmm.
And so the show is about this girl who has this ability to kind of connect with horses and get them, better if they're having behavioral issues or whatever. That's kind of what the story is around. And so it's a Canadian show. And I was super excited to see that they put seasons 12 and 13 on Netflix. So that's all I got it in. That's all I can say. Because I love this show. It's just a good, wholesome you know, like, yeah, see, this is when this, Lord, I'm about to just put myself out there. This is the stuff that made my my ex-husband call me the Republican, because I like to watch things like this.
Not the Republican.
Oh, that was what he called me. He was like, "You such a Republican." That's what he would call me. So I'm like, whatever. But yeah, no, this is a good, wholesome show. It's just really good. So I like horses. What can I say?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Man. All right, so mine is actually a podcast. And you know how I talk, well, I'm sure I've come on here and talked a few times about what Joe Budden is doing with his network, and how he is, you know, creating spaces and I would say opportunities for other voices within the culture to be heard. And so I feel like, and I took that brief pause because I was about to say something that probably was politically incorrect, but
okay, good. I'm glad you stopped there.
Yeah,
okay.
I had to think about it for a second because we may have lost some viewership.
Oh Lord. Okay, well, I'm glad you stopped.
But so this is I say all women, but it's two women. This is an all women podcast, and so I checked it out for the first time today because they had OT Genesis on it.
Okay.
And if people who know a little bit about the music industry and about, I guess, some of the people who are like in the upper level of the music industry as far as executives, the name Karen Civil isn't, you know, foreign to them.
Foreign.
So Karen Civil and I believe her name is Mei Ling, are the hosts of this podcast. And I just was listening to the conversation that they had or that they were having, and it was very refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Like I truly appreciated like their perspectives. And I just think it's a real dope show, and not only a show that women can watch, but you know, women can listen to, but a show that women and men can definitely take a look at or take a listen to. So
cool.
Yeah,
it's kind of like my girls then.
Oh, you talking about Carrie Champion and
Carrie Champion and Mel Hill,
I gotta catch back up on that too.
Me too. I have started catching up. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I started.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and let me say this because I just need to shout this out. I forgot. I Am Woman was amazing.
I didn't get to watch that yet, but I'm intrigued. I might watch it when the man child goes to sleep.
It was amazing. Kudos to Mishi Marshall and what's her name? Asia, and who else was I can't remember the other two ladies. One I know was Chad's fiance.
Right.
And the other young lady, her husband played for the Colts. I can't remember her name. It wasn't Fred Taylor's person. It was somebody else. But they did such a great job and had such a great conversation. I look forward to them having the whole, I think, the month of March to do this. I look forward to it. It was really good. It was really good. All right, Malcolm. Sorry, I thought about that. I was like, I got to get him the shout out because, Mishi is so big about, you know, mental health too for athletes. Yeah. So, like, I really enjoyed that. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Malcolm, you watching anything?
What you watching?
Listening to anything?
Honestly, I don't get to watch that much TV. I'll probably pop in and watch something with my girlfriend, and she watches like America's Next Top Model reruns. How Did I Get Married? Stuff like that. So I'll catch a reality TV show or two.
Yeah.
As far as podcasts or books, I'm listening to just started an audio book called Mastery by Robert Greene. So I'm listening to that right now. I just finished reading Contagious. That was the last book I read. And sometimes I probably read 2 books at one time sometimes. So I'm also in the middle of another book called, what's it called? I actually got it right over here. I will make how to get rich. I will make you rich or something like that.
Oh, okay. You might want to tell us about that one. Wait.
Yeah, I'm reading that as well halfway through that. So I usually do 2 books at one time. And as far as podcasts, I probably listen to like sometimes I listen to Out of Office by Rich Kleiman, which is Katie's business manager.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll listen to that, and then catch probably episode or 2 of Guy Raz, how did I build this? That podcast. I'll listen to that as well. But I'm usually trying to be in my own zone and just sticking to the grind. So for the most part.
Nothing wrong with that. That's how you make it. Like, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, if I wasn't in the house all the time, I probably would be the same way. But considering that now we're on week 4 of me being at home and not going outside other than to walk the dog, I have to find something. So, yeah.
All right, Malcolm, tell everybody where they can find you, man. Where they, give them your social media handles, where they can get in touch with you. If you got a website, let them know.
Yeah, I'm pretty accessible. You can catch me on every social media platform at Malcolm Lemmons. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in the world. Or my website is malcolmlemmons.com, and then you can keep up with everything that we're doing with Athletes Unheard on every social media platform as well at Athletes Unheard, and we'll be launching our website in the next couple of weeks. So please be on the lookout for that, athletesunheard.com. So just looking to make an impact. And if anybody wants to get in touch with me, I'm pretty, please reach out. I'm pretty accessible, as I said. So.
Yes, I can attest to that.
Man, well,
we appreciate you.
Again, man, we certainly appreciate you for coming on, man. Like I said, you are our first basketball guest, but just the work that you're doing, man, keep pushing. I ain't got to tell you that. I'm listening to the books that you say you read. Now, I don't need to tell you to keep pushing, but we just appreciate you for coming on, man.
Absolutely.
No question. I appreciate the opportunity for sure.
No, this is great. Yeah, we love it, and you welcome. Listen, so what we know is once you're a guest on here, you family. So you anytime you like, yo, I want to come back and talk again. If you liked how we do this, like we silly if you can't tell.
Yeah, so, I like it though. I like it.
Yeah. So anytime you like, I want to come through. Listen, our friend Cord, he'll call us and be like, I want to be on. We'll be like,
I want to come on.
So, so just let us know. We're happy to have you. You're family now.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You from DC? We was already cousins.
You already know it.
All right.
But I gotta shout out to folks who listen to us on a regular basis, and even though those of you who pop in every once in a while, we appreciate you all.
Absolutely.
If you want to reach out to us, you can hit us or you can shoot us an email, fieldgoodfinalthought @gmail.com. If you want to reach out to us on IG, fieldgoodfinalthought podcast, or at fieldgoodfinalthought podcast. On Twitter is at fieldgoodfinalthought Reach out to it. Well,
Facebook.
I'm sorry, guys.
Every time.
If you want to, actually though, what I did start doing was connecting the
IG.
The not the IG, well, the IG too, but the YouTube now. It sends a message to Facebook letting you guys know when a video is dropping. So, so that has been, they've seen something on the page. So that's helped us out a little bit. But certainly, please go to our YouTube page, like, share, subscribe, comment, like, and just what I'm saying, some people prefer the video, others prefer the audio, but we just are glad that you all are listening.
For sure.
But it's all, I ain't miss anything, did I?
No, you good.
Okay, all right, because I'll be having to think back.
I know.
I started saying the Gmail at the beginning now, so
right.
Yeah, the switch hits me sometimes, but
no, you good.
As always, we love you guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.